Another way of doing it is, do you have a 401k or an IRA or anything like
I
that?
don't have any of that stuff yet.
Okay.
So that was the other question: is do I get like a Roth or IRA and start some of that, or just
Okay, so my suggestion to you there is, that's all retirement stuff. You can't personally ever touch that money until you hit retirement age.
yeah?
So if you want to build that and build it tax free, then yes,
Okay.
it's an idea of doing it. Okay, and I have self-directed IRAs. Okay, I'm not in stock market. I'm not in
Right.
mutual funds. I don't want any of that. So I'm self-directed.
Okay.
So what that means is you have to have a custodian take care of your money for you. So you deposit $100,000 into your IRA, or you can make payments on it, whatever you want to do.
Right.
Okay. Then what you do is, it's not making any money yet. Now you direct where you want your money to go. So in the same situation, I can't invest in my own properties. So now I become a private money investor for the people in my office. So I turn around and put it in real estate deals. Okay. So you do the same thing. Instead of handing me a check just straight across, you put it through the IRA. You have the IRA pay me. I pay back the IRA through a servicing company, so you never touch that money. Because if you touch that money, now you break the chain, and then Uncle Sandy comes back and say it's all taxed. So you have a servicing company pay into your IRA, and that IRA grows tax free. Okay, with the interest you're making. Because right now, if you give me a check now, you have to claim that 10% interest as income.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
going into there, you don't have to. Okay.
Okay.
So it's all about building it tax free again,
Right.
and that's what the infinite banking's all about. But you want to reinvest or use it personally to instead of paying a bank. But the IRA is, you can't touch anything yourself,
Right.
but you reinvest it, and you can reinvest it in gold, real estate, a lot of different things. Okay, there's a whole list of stuff you can invest in. I'm just scared about the other stuff. I know real estate well enough that I stay with real estate. I used to use Vanguard. I didn't like them because they weren't helpful. I switched over to
Can't remember the name of it.
drawing equity something. Equity trust,
Equity
I think.
Trust.
Equity trust.
Pretty sure.
Are they like fiduciary?
Yes.
Like, okay. That's
Well,
all I
Dallas,
care
right?
about.
Yep. So that's who you go
They're in
through
Dallas.
to do everything. You'll fill out the quick form, send them the money, and then it's in and out fast. So, and it's really quick because once it's set up, like I funded one of Christian's deals, and we had the money in like 2 or 3 days in his account. And because it is the IRA scenario, they actually wired the money directly to his account, so I never touched it.
Oh, nice.
So it works great. And then you have a portal. You go on the portal, you can watch the payments come in and out. You know exactly where you stand, everything. But when I did Christians, we had to send over the purchase contract, who we were, all of our LLC paperwork, all that kind of stuff, before I could actually give him the money. So I had all his information. So like in your situation, she would send all of our information to Equity, and that's all on file of who we are, who's paying the bill, all that kind of stuff. And then we always set it up through a trust or through a servicing company, just because it's easier with that Christian stuff. With us here, it's not that big a deal because she would be paying it. It'd be going right into your IRA. She just doesn't want to pay you.
Right.
And we just probably set up ACH instead of paying a servicing company.
Okay.
Servicing company charges money you don't need to. So
Right. But I think that I want to have some kind of savings, something that I'm not looking at touching, whatever.
Yep. And then just keep building on that. Because you can only put so much in a year,
Right. That's
and just max it out every year you can, and just make sure you're reinvesting in
7,000.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, it's not a lot.
7,000.
Yeah.
That's what the CPA told you to do every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It's just put.
Yep.
And like Michelle has one as well, so Michelle can put $7,000 in hers. He can put $7,000.
Yeah, mine's gone up because of my age, but we do that you might be interested in too is if you don't want it in for a long term, okay, because the money you have right now is in basically for a long time.
Right.
I know we put an end note on or whatever. A lot of times, like we've got a deal coming up that it's what they call transactional money.
Right.
Okay, where we have it for maybe a day, or we might have it for 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
And it's basically where we're closing on that property. we're bringing a private money investor in like yourself to take it down. We're holding it, but we're turning around and relisting it and reselling it right away on the open market. So we're buying it cheap,
Right.
50 cents on the dollar, and selling it at 90 cents on the dollar. And it's just a holding period until it's resold.
Okay.
So we got a property right now in California that we're doing that with. I think it's $45,000 or $50,000.
Okay.
And the realtor we're talking to says she already has a buyer on it. So it could be as little as 30 days. And that's a fast turn on the money.
Right.
It's in and out. And usually a transactional money is usually 1%. So if you put 50 grand in, you're guaranteed $500 no matter what for a month.
Okay.
It's that simple. If it's 2 months, you got $1,000. 3 months, 1,500, and then you get everything back plus the interest.
Yeah.
So that's fast money,
Okay.
and turning and burning money, and that way it stays liquid for you.
Right.
Okay, my nephew does a lot of that because he wants his money. He doesn't want it tied up for several years.
Yeah.
He'll tie it up for a max of 12 months. And that's it. But he likes that 6 month or less where he can just turn and burn his money. The key is if you really want it working for you, it doesn't stay working for you for very long unless you can turn it more times. Okay. So it's just another investment strategy to add to the portfolio. Say you take $100,000, just use it for transactional money.
Okay.
Scenario,
Yeah.
something like that. So, and we run into a couple of those. A lot of times, I'll use my own money to do it.
Right.
If I have it, sometimes my money's tied up somewhere else, so I can't.
Yeah.
So then I go out to a private money investor and say, hey, so I think Brett did our last one. That was in Florida. How long we have that? 4 months?
Yeah.
4
We
months?
planned on only having it for like 3 months, but we had
Yeah, I think it was 4. And he threw in $100 grand or whatever, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And made it back out. And gets right back out as soon as we sell the property.
Yeah.
So that's another way of doing it.
I have a friend who has 40,000 in a 401k, and he wants to know if he was to take that out and put it into a self-directed IRA. How does that work? Does he get penalized for pulling his money out? He
does not.
Okay.
So what he would do is you send him over the equity stuff. He fills something out online. He signs a piece of paper, gives them the account number of the 401k. Equity will they'll get it transferred, and it's done. Be done within a week, and then you can turn around and reinvest it. Just that fast. And he doesn't get penalized because it's still in a tax-free thing. The only time he gets penalized is if he actually takes it out. And that's exactly what I did. I took all of our 401k stuff and I dumped it into
So you
self-directed.
just transfer it into there, and then you're not.
And you don't even do it. You just fill out the form for equity. You put down it's in XYZ 401k. Here's the account number.
I don't have a house anymore, but I was thinking of getting one and then renting it out to probably Taylor a rental. But
Yeah, she's been looking at houses in my neighborhood,
yeah.
but
Let's talk about that before we do that.
Okay.
Because if it's a negative cash flow, you don't want it.
right.
Okay. And right now, I'm not buying in Phoenix because they're negative cash flow.
I know.
Yeah.
And we're just
But it's
wait.
Don't
So
bet on
her-
appreciation.
Her daughter's in
Right.
an apartment.
Right. Well,
So she's thinking kind of for her daughter too.
if she can come in and pay the mortgage payment for
That's
you,
what I'm thinking.
Right.
and you'll break even because it's family,
Right.
then it makes more sense to have her there than in an apartment.
Right. That's my
Totally
thought
get that.
process.